live on multiple platforms and doing this at the same time. So I have a computer over here, which I'll be talking to the Zoom. And I was trying to do it all at once, and my microphone wouldn't allow that. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I don't even know. So I'm gonna I can't even tell if people are showing up on the live, which is, I love to just give myself as much challenging technology as I possibly can. So there we go. We will see what we will see. And I don't know, once again, I teach marketing, and I don't do anything that I teach because I shouldn't have decided to do this 3 days ago when I was at a LA conference, but it's okay. It's all good in the hood, and it's all recordable. So that's what's fantastic. Okay, this is live. So anyways, we're just going to give it a few more minutes. And what is in the, oh, you've got a different background.
I didn't put my.
Good. You look, yeah, you're real.
I'm real. The background's real. And they're abstract chairs.
I know. They're really awesome. That's really fun.
When people see me here, they think it's reindeer antlers. And I'm like, that works too.
That works too. We're at that time of the year, right?
I guess so.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Which, as I said, this is so hilarious because I have no idea. It's on StreamYard, and I haven't been on StreamYard probably for 2 years. So if you're live, welcome.
I think it's so great. And I can just stop talking and listen to your genius. So
yeah,
I love that you're doing.
When I get to that part, I'm going to give it a minute and see what else we get.
Should I put headphones in or not?
I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know. I mean, we're not going to, it's the question and answer part will be at the very end if there are questions. So
I just to listen to what you say.
Yeah, it'll,
sometimes when it's directly.
Oh yeah. We'll do some centering. So basically meditation. So if that is good for you, then for sure. And I don't have any music to play along with it, so that'll be fine as well. So if you're on the live streaming on YouTube or Facebook, we're going to get started here in a minute, and it's on a Zoom call. So I'm going to pop in the Zoom link into the comments so that you can see, oh God, there's like 1,400. That's hilarious. So you can see that you can get on the Zoom. It's probably easier because I'll actually be talking to the Zoom and not to you all. So don't feel like you're being left out. And it is 1 minute till. So we'll see. I had lots of people say they were coming, and you know how that goes. So. Oh, hi, Nicholas. Did you get that link? I'm just putting this up so that I am on Zoom, Nicholas, and I'm going to be talking to the Zoom function here because it's easier for me to do this on Zoom. And if you'd like to know a little bit more, I'm going to, let me see if I can copy this. I don't think so. Well, you may have to just listen, Nicholas. Wish I could. Technology isn't my strongest area, and anybody that knows me knows that. So we are going to actually get started because I always like to start on time. I know people wait and wait and wait for people to show up, but you know, it's one of those things. I just do this. So I'm going to mute everybody. Oh, there's a ton right there, but no worries. Okay, so Nicholas, hi, Solar Moon. I am on a Zoom call with this. So when you see me looking over here, I'm looking at the Zoom screen. You're more than welcome to listen here, and I'll put the links for it all in the post, but don't feel like I'm not talking to you because I'm actually talking to the Zoom crowd that I had shared this all over social media. So we're going to go ahead and get started, because I know people have all kinds of things that are going on in their lives. So welcome, Nicholas and Solar Moon. So welcome, beautiful souls. I'm so excited. Just get comfy, pour yourself a cup of tea or a margarita if that's what you're into, because tonight we're talking about abundance. And I'm not talking about the abundance that maybe your grandmother never warned you about, because this is really something so magical. I'm going to talk about this 40 days. And the fact is that I have done this 40-day program multiple times in my life, and incredible things have happened. So you're here because something in you knows that you are made for more joy, more clarity, more flow, and more holy crap, did I really manifest that moments, because I want you to have those. And tonight I'm going to introduce you to the 40 days woo woo challenge. This is going to be a spiritual game, a frequency recalibration, and honestly, a cosmic reset button disguised as a daily practice. So let's set the table and the frequency to begin with. I'm going to ask you to take a moment right now and step out of the chaos of your life, because you may be into laundry piles right now, or all the notifications that are on your computer, the kids yelling in the other room, and step into you. So close your eyes just for a moment. Find yourself in this space, close your eyes, and take one deep belly breath in. And imagine that you are inhaling this golden light. And settle in as I let people in the room. So we're doing a little quick meditation for those of you just joined us. So take that deep belly breath in. As imagine you're inhaling this golden light like it's straight from divine Amazon Prime warehouse, delivered in 2 seconds flat. Allow yourself to just connect with your inner wisdom. And as you breathe that in, just exhale and let go of everything that doesn't belong in this sacred room that we are creating. Again, breathe in one more time. Inhale that golden light and exhale everything that has been weighing on your body or your mind and your spirit. This is a safe space to connect with you. And one more time. Inhale possibility and exhale the bullshit. Because this is a beautiful space where I call a spade a spade. Place your hand on your heart or wherever you feel your power center lives today. And just whisper in your own voice to yourself, I'm here. Whisper that to yourself again. I'm here. I'm present. And this isn't just a Zoom call. This is a portal, a frequency shift, a remembering. And you showed up fully, intentionally, bravely. And that matters more than you will ever know. With your eyes still closed, I want you to imagine something with me. Picture every old money story that you ever carried. Those stories that sound like, I'm not good with money. I can't get ahead. It's too late. I'm too old. I always mess this up. I have to hustle to deserve it. All of those stories, imagine them now as dusty, wrinkled Post-it notes stuck all over your body. And on the count of 3, we're going to energetically rip them off. So are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Shake it off. Shake your body. Shake your arms. Shake your shoulders. Wiggle your arms. Bounce a little bit. Feel that energy begin to move in your body. Yes, even on a Zoom call, even if your dog is judging you. As a matter of fact, I think speaking of dogs, they know how to release energy. They do the wiggle. Have you ever seen a dog wiggle its butt? That's letting the old frequency off. So let those old stories just evaporate by moving your body. Let your body feel that you are done carrying what was never, ever yours. And bring your attention to the center of your chest. And imagine this soft, glowing light, like the sunrise before anyone else is awake. Oh my gosh, I love that magical time. Because this, my beauties, is your source. This is your infinite, your untouchable, unstoppable, undeniable abundance. And so I want you to say to yourself quietly or out loud, I remember who I am, and feel that. I remember who I am. And then the magic phrase that we will use this entire challenge, I am rich in every area that my life operates in. I am rich in joy and relationships and goodness and love. And so in this moment, imagine the next 40 days as a golden path stretching out in front of you. It's not uphill. It's not stressful. It's not demanding. It's rather inviting. It's inviting you. It's glowing in front of you. And it's the easiest yes your soul has given in a very long time. And on this path, every day, you will be greeted by clarity, by ease, by joy and abundance, and this deeper remembering of who you truly are. So in this moment, place your hands together, your palms touching, like you're sealing a pact with your highest self. And repeat after me. For the next 40 days, I choose devotion over distraction. I choose abundance over fear. I choose remembering over forgetting. I choose myself. And as you take another deep breath, let it land. Let it land in your body. And now with every part of your energy softened and open, with your heart awake and your frequency expanding, I bless this circle that we're creating here. I bless every individual unique expression of the one in this moment, every desire in this room that is seen and unseen. And may the next 40 days unlock what you forgot was possible. And may abundance flow like it's been waiting impatiently at your doorstep. It's waiting for you to open your door. And may you rise into your inner billionaire without apology, hesitation, or shrinking. And so it is. So I'm going to have you come back and just be in this energetic field. And I'm going to share with those that are listening live on social media. I am doing a Zoom call, and that's why I keep looking over here, and I'll say hi to you. It's just easier on Zoom. And for all of you beautiful souls that are here on this Zoom call, thank you so much. And I'm going to start by sharing a little story about a book called The Abundance Book. It was written by John Randolph Price, and that is the framework for this 40 days. because I've done this multiple times, this 40 days of abundance, and it has had transformational alchemization of my life. And so I want to start by saying, why does this matter now? Because all of these conversations are floating around out there in the cosmos about affordability or not affordability. And frankly, that's a conversation that's a lack conversation. So it's time to have a conversation about your true abundance, the actual abundance of who you are as part of nature. And as John Randolph wrote this book in the 1980s, I swear the 1980s feel like they were so long ago. And that's when I grew up most of my adult life. You would think people were still riding horses and yelling at their kids without TikTok. But he gathered up, which was so beautiful in this little tiny book, every mystical teaching on abundance. And this is why I love so much researching the spiritual teachings of the entire world and our experience on this planet. These teachings are from Egypt and Persia, the Gnostics, the Kabbalah, Christianity, Buddhism, and the mystery schools. And he came all the way through New Thought. And he said, and I'm paraphrasing because I like to paraphrase as the Queen of Magic, "Hey, humans, I found the secret. You are the abundance that you've been praying for. You are it." So we start with that premise. Now, he wrote in this very formal, very thee and thou tone. So sometimes that's a little bit challenging for people to read. So I've reformulated it, put it in a framework that's really simple for today. And I love him so much because he did all the research. And so I'm going to say what he taught in that book to lead up to this in this very easy to understand translated form. Basically, you are plugged directly into infinite source. That is your nature. And the source, because we've used words on the planet, is known by so many words or descriptions or titles: God, universe, consciousness, Buddha, Elohim. And the only reason you feel broke or stuck or confused or not enough is because you temporarily have forgotten who the heck you are. That's just it. That's it in a nutshell. So why do we need 40 days? Well, you don't need to hustle harder to do this. And you certainly don't need a certification to do it or get a certification. And you don't need to beg the universe or negotiate with God or promise that you'll stop eating carbs, because none of that matters. You just need this beautiful reset in your consciousness, a daily shift for 40 days that will reteach your mind what your soul already knows. Abundance is your nature. You can't earn it. You already have it. You can remember it though. And that's what this 40 days is about. And so John talks about in the book, because he did all this research, that the ancients actually taught this. And so I'm going to share some of his learnings without all the boring parts, because sometimes you could fall asleep reading it, but it's fantastic reading. He's talking about the mystery schools throughout all of time. And those schools, those mystery schools, the mystics, if you will, they taught you are one with the divine. So stop acting small. The Gnostics, which was a version of Christianity of the disciples that didn't have their chapters in the canonization of the Bible, said, what you see, you become. So stop staring at your problems. They didn't say it that way. That's my interpretation. The Kabbalah and early Christians said God is not outside of you. The treasure house is within. And metaphysicians says money is just energy, and you're the one activating the flow. Every culture before the Dark Ages said you have creative power, use it. Well, then what happened was religion came in and said, actually, no. That was the Catholic religion. Don't think for yourself. We decide. And if you want to research any of this, I'm more than happy to go over that with you. But the fact of the matter is humanity spent about $1,000 years in a spiritual timeout. But now we are waking up. We are waking the hell back up. And you, because you're here, are part of that awakening. I know you were called here for a reason. This does not happen in a vacuum. It is part of the frequency and the energy that is all around us. So why 40 days? I love the idea of 40 days because transformation doesn't happen with one good journal entry. Have you ever noticed that? We think we're going to do one journal entry, we're going to do one manifestation thought, and all of a sudden my entire world is going to change. It happens through pattern interruption. We need to reprogram the patterns that we have. And 40 days is this beautiful, mystical, magical, spiritual cycle. That's the 40 days in the desert. There's 40 days all over these spiritual teachings. And 40 days rewires your unconscious mind. It dissolves old stories. It resets your inner frequency. And it opens a channel where abundance finally flows without any resistance. And if you do this 40 days, I promise you, this is a promise, your relationship with money will change completely. I need to let somebody in. I'm sorry. This is why I need an assistant on these Zoom calls. Hello. I promise you, your relationship with money is going to change. Your energy is going to change. Your confidence is going to change. And people call them manifestations. There's no such thing as a manifestation. We are manifesting life all the time. But your experience of what we perceive as manifestations, they're going to start to pour in, not trickle. This challenge is absolutely one of the most life transforming things I personally have ever done. And so I'm excited to see how this can set you up for 2026. This is not 40 days of chanting on a yoga mat, although I do love a good yoga mat. I'm not going to ask you to be positive while your life is showing up, throwing you lemons, because we all have challenges, or we call them opportunities. I'm certainly not going to have you manifesting a Range Rover by writing 222 times, I have a Range Rover. These are crazy affirmations. This is actually a spiritual practice of remembering who you are, a guided reset of your frequency, a sacred commitment to abundance, sacred commitment to abundance. That is so key here. And what you're also going to be in is this powerful community of these like-minded people, individuals, humans, rising up together as we dissolve scarcity thinking that honestly, you won't even know that you were carrying until you begin this process. And it will feel magical, I promise you. And you will not be the same person on day 40 that you are on day 1. So I want to share with you how this works. It's a little tiny program, but it has big, big, big results. Each day for 40 days, you're going to activate the frequency with a journal that I will send to you that's absolutely gorgeous to begin with, but it has a short passage to connect you with yourself, a declaration to speak that day, a journal prompt to open your consciousness, and a new way of seeing money, source, and yourself. Now, this isn't woo-woo, this is actual science. This is what's so interesting, is we've lost the notion that this is woo-woo. It really isn't, even though I use that tongue in cheek. It's frequency work. And that's what changes everything. This is remembering who you are. And as I said, the best part is that you're not doing it alone. The Bible says when 2 or more are gathered, magic happens. That's my interpretation. And so why do you want to join this now? Why wouldn't you just wait? Why don't you just, go get the abundance book and move on and do this on your own? Here's the thing, and this is one of the things that was my sort of mistake, if you will, even though there are no mistakes in the universe, is that I decided, oh my gosh, there's only 40 days left in the year, and we can set ourselves up for 2026, which is going to be the year of magical transformation for anybody that chooses that. So we're walking into the end of the year, and it begins that 40 days this Friday. So one of the things that I teach is marketing, and this is not a good marketer behavior to not give myself any time to do this. That's why I'm on social media with a live streaming hello, and I'm actually talking on a Zoom call. Because you know what? Sometimes you just show up. And when you do that, magic happens. So this will actually set you up in a way that all the people who are stumbling into the new year, who are going to be hungover and stressed, overwhelmed from all the money that they spent during the holiday, and hoping their life is going to be different. But you, if you choose this challenge, you're going to enter this new year with frequency aligned, your abundance activated, and your soul remembering exactly who you are. This is your moment. This is your sacred invitation. This is your, I remember who I am, and she and he are rich right now. This is your moment. So if you feel the yes, your chest is opening. If your intuition is whispering, it's time, then listen to your intuition. Join us. This starts this Friday, and there's a link that I will put in the body of both of these streamings in just a second, that this woo-woo challenge, we're going to have every Monday a live Zoom call for you to check in. So literally, you're not going to be doing this alone. You're going to check in with what magic is happening in your life, what opportunities are being presented that you are learning, and how you're revealing more of who you are, and how your money stories are connecting with this universal consciousness. Because we're going to begin this process. And as I said, it's a beautiful journal. And it starts out, the declaration that you make. I'm going to read the declaration because I want you to understand this isn't about me teaching you how to make more money. It has nothing to do with that. It's a connection to the frequency. So the declaration is this day, and we'll insert Friday's date, marks the moment I remember the truth. I no longer see money as my source or my support. I now understand that what I see in the world around me is simply the reflection of old beliefs that I've outgrown. I once gave my power away to money, an object, an illusion, and in so doing, I forgot who I really am. I believed in lack, and that belief pulled me away from the infinite wellspring that's always been with me. I put my trust in people, systems, and temporary conditions, and allowed those to define my worth and my wealth. But not anymore. That's the declaration that we begin with. But not anymore. Today, I reclaim my truth. I no longer shrink to fit a world built on fear and illusion. I rise. We will rise together. As you declare, I release my old identity and remember my divine inheritance. I am a radiant expression of Source, because the divine within me is my supply, my substance, my support, and it always has been and always will be. And we close all of our declarations with, and so it is, declaring it and setting it in stone. So each day you're going to have this journal where you'll have these daily activations to connect with this declaration, so that this knowingness that your source is this universal presence, it's your God, it's the oneness, it's consciousness, and that we have all been operating under a false belief that it is anything other than that. That is the whole essence of this 40 days, is to have you remember who you are and why you came here to be this unique expression of the one. So I'm going to invite you into this movement of individuals who refuse to be broke anymore, who refuse to be burned out, or who refuse to be spiritually amnesia or amnesiac. And for 1 minute, let your heart take over and let your mind go in the back seat, because this is waiting for you. So I'm going to drop in the chat the link to register. And what I want to share with you is I'm going to do a quick closing, and then I'm going to stick around for questions. Because the fact is that I know that people have lots of life that they're trying to leave, to jump off, to run back into the world, the laundry, the kids, the emails, get back into all of that chaos. But I want to do a closing before that. And I want to share with you that this is, I'm going to put the link in there. It's basically you fill out the little form, give your email. It's $21. But I also want to share that if there's some reason you feel like you can't handle $21, then I will work out a opportunity for you to take the program and then pay the $21 back when you have the transformation, because I know that it works. I've done it multiple times and I've seen it multiple times. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that. I'm going to drop that in here in just 1 second. In the meantime, I'm going to do a quick closing, and that's that your soul basically really already understands this. So I'm going to ask you, if you would, to just close your eyes for another second. Breathe in and let everything that I just shared settle into your cells like warm honey sinking into tea. You don't have to try to integrate this. Your soul already has. And imagine that everything that you've already received tonight, every insight, every spark, every, oh, that's me moment, is turning into little flecks of gold floating in the air around you. Just imagine all that gold floating around, touching your skin. You did that. Your presence did that. And now with your breath, draw that gold into your heart. Let it become part of you. Let it be what moves you forward. And just allow a really teeny tiny smile to come across your face. Just enough to tell the universe that you're paying attention. Feel your chest expanding and feel your energy rising. Feel the difference of who you are now from when you actually logged into this call. Your soul is the same, yet your consciousness is different. Something shifted, something unlocked, something remembered. Place your hand on your heart again, and without overthinking, whisper to yourself, I choose this path. I feel it vibrating in my chest. I feel my intuition, and hear the universe saying to you, finally. And as you imagine this golden circle of light forming around you, this circle represents your 40 days. This 40 days of your devotion, your remembering, your transformation. It's been waiting for you. And if you decide you want to say this, whether you take 40 days or you say it now and you wait 40 days, I commit to my own expansion. I commit to my own abundance. I commit to remembering who I am. And the thing that I say all the time, and this is the one line that will carry all of us through 40 days. Everything is working in my favor, because everything is always working in your favor. everything is working in my favor. And so all of this is working in your favor for whatever it's sharing with you tonight. And so my desire, my prayer, my intention for you is that the next 40 days brings you clarity, brings you joy, brings you miracles. So obvious that you can't pretend that you don't see them. May your nervous system soften and open up to this intuition that speaks louder than any conversation your head will ever have. And may your abundance surprise you beyond measure. And may your connection to the divine, the source within you, become unshakable. And so it is. Just know that your future self is smiling at you and is so proud. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And what I want to do is post the links. So I'm going to do it on my this social media live is. I'm going to do it there. Like I said, this is so interesting to do technology, y'all. Okay. Okay. Copy the link address. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay. That's the link so that you can register. I'm going to do the same thing over here, my lovelies on Zoom. Chat. Okay, I'm going to ask that you on the Zoom call, if that actually opens, because it didn't do the whole link. I think it's actually in there. So anyways, I'm going to open this up for any questions. You can post questions on the live streaming. I think I can see them. And on the Zoom, you just raise your hand. But I really want to make this clear. I did put a $21 cost on there because of the materials. And there is an actual journal that I'm having printed. So you're welcome to get that when that's available. But what I really want to do is make sure that everybody that can receive this information opens up their heart and their souls to receive everything that is your inheritance. This is what I've been teaching for decades, is that we are nature. This is our natural nature to be abundant. And so everything that we do to repel it, to push it away, is just self-induced. So when we begin to open this portal and this channel, I promise you, it is absolutely magical. And so, as I said, every Monday we'll do a Zoom call, we'll connect, we'll see where you are, what's happening, bring up any challenges that's showing up for you. And I just am open to questions. So if you have a question on the Zoom call, raise your hand and I'm happy to share that with you. Okay, well, listen, guys, I don't have anything on the live, any questions. So, all right. Well, you guys look at that. I mean, this is going to be exciting. We're going to start on Friday. So just know that if you sign up, we're going to start Friday. It's 40 days. It's an everyday thing. It's 15 minutes, but it will change your life. So thank you very much for spending your evening with me. And I'm going to let y'all go. Bye. All right, I think the live, I don't have any questions in the live, so we are saying adios for the night. Thank you very much. Everybody enjoy your evening.